It is Monday. It's the 4th of November. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Our top stories today. The trial of former Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi has been adjourned barely an hour after it got underway on Monday. That's according to Egyptian state-run TV. Morsi and 14 other members of his Muslim Brotherhood party are accused of inciting deadly clashes last December. Following this case, he joins us now from Cairo outside the police academy. Ian, what more do we know about what actually happened inside that courtroom?
Well, Monita, we expected a short trial today, and it was dragged on.
Some of the other stories we're following for you here at CNN News Center. America's top diplomat says relations with Saudi Arabia should stay on track. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry arrived in the kingdom on Monday to meet with his Saudi counterpart and with Saudi King Abdullah. Kerry is trying to ease tensions inflamed by Syria's civil war and the U.S. outreach to Iran. If Edward Snowden expects to get clemency in the United States, well, he'll likely be disappointed. A senior White House advisor says Snowden should return to the U.S. to face trial for espionage. Snowden, meanwhile, isn't apologizing for revealing classified U.S. intelligence. In an open letter to Der Spiegel magazine, purportedly written by Snowden, Thai authorities are trying to determine why a ferry packed with tourists capsized on Sunday. 6 people died, a dozen others suffered injuries. The double-decker ferry tipped over, spilling terrified passengers into the sea. Police say they have issued an arrest warrant for the vessel's captain. Pakistan's former military leader Pervez Musharraf has been granted bail by a court in Islamabad. He's been under house arrest for the past 6 months in connection with a deadly raid on a mosque in 2007. The bail means he could be one step closer to being released. It was supposed to be a watershed moment for Kosovo, but instead Sunday's local elections were marred by violence. A masked gang stormed a large polling station in the ethnically mixed town of Mitrovica, attacking voters and destroying ballot boxes. More than 1,000 works of art stolen by the Nazis in the 1930s and 40s have been discovered in Germany. The paintings, which were found in this flat in Munich, are reportedly worth more than $1 billion today. According to local media, the haul includes works by Picasso and Matisse. Connecting faces to a massacre. 4 Somali men have been charged with terrorism offenses in connection with a bloody siege at a Kenyan shopping mall. They are accused of providing support, shelter, and false documents to suspected gunmen. Feared and reviled in almost equal measure, the Al-Qaeda-linked Islamist group is failing at home, but lashing out beyond its borders. Within weeks of the Westgate Mall attack, the fabled U.S. Navy team, SEAL Team 6, which killed Osama bin Laden, set out to capture al-Shabaab leader Mohammed Abdul Qadir, but failed. The twist? His rise was virtually enabled by the United States. Nick Robertson has the terror leader's story in this exclusive report.
Known as a creamer, he rocketed from obscurity to global terror threat.
And just to add to that, the CIA has declined to comment to CNN on this story. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. He's accused of smoking crack cocaine and cavorting with gang members. So what does the mayor of Canada's biggest city have to say for himself? We'll tell you just ahead. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal. I'm sorry, that's the message from Toronto Mayor Rob Ford after months of damaging claims that he abused crack cocaine. But the mayor never said exactly what he was apologizing for. Nick Valencia has more.
After months of bombshell headlines alleging crack cocaine abuse and erratic behavior,
that was Nick Valencia reporting there. There could be more revelations this week as the phone hacking trial of former News of the World editors Andy Coulson and Rebecca Brooks resumes in London. The defendants say they're not guilty, but during the trial's first week, the jury heard allegations that Brooks and Coulson had a secret 6-year affair. From gems and jewelry to clothes and spices, they're all some of India's best-known exports, but now the country is earning a reputation for producing something a lot more controversial as it fast becomes the surrogacy capital of the world. Malika Kapoor reports.
It's a long wait. 9 months spent chatting, cooking, sewing.
You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. An incredible young woman has made history at the New York City Marathon. Tatiana McFadden completed her marathon grand slam after coming in first in the wheelchair division on Sunday and in 3 other marathons this year. As CNN's Don Lemon learned, her success, well, it didn't come easy.
At 24, Tatiana McFadden is no longer a stranger to adversity, taking on incredible challenges most of her young adult life.
Great story there. Well, it was a very cold New York City Marathon, and the cold snap continues in much of the United States. Meteorologist Mari Ramos is at the World Weather Center. Mari?
Yeah, I think they were a little surprised to see the coldest air pretty much since spring.
Mari, thank you very much. 2 years of wildlife training and a panda cub in China is now ready to be released into the wild. The 26-month-old panda learned survival skills at a wilderness training base, according to China Central Television. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. I'll update you the news headlines in just a few minutes.